Let's look now at the melodic reading. We're going to be looking now at reading, your left hand is going to be looking at some chordal symbols. Okay, you're going to be seeing C major 7, A minor 7. These are chords. All you're going to be doing in the left hand is playing the root of the chord. When you see C major 7, play any C in the left hand. Okay, any place. Follow. That's going to be held for 2 beats, or actually you can hold that for the 4 beats. But you're going to count in 2, and then on beat 3 and 4, you're going to be reading your lines and spaces. Okay. Now, as you're reading notes that are getting higher away from middle C, make sure the melody, your notes selections are getting higher. Okay. You'll see that clearly on this exercise. This is a wonderful reading exercise. Just cruise through this a little bit every day, and you'll be amazed at how well you'll be starting to really read. And it's musical. You know, that's the nice thing about it. It's not only just reading notes, but it sounds very nice. Okay, so you'll sound like you're making music while you're reading at the same time. Okay, so let's take a look at it. Here we go. We're starting off putting a C in the left hand. Here we go. 1, 2, and then on beats 3, 4, I get D, E, and then I get an A. 1, 2, C, G, F. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, D, G. See, this really forces you to read those lines and spaces quick. 1, 2, second space, F, A, and the first space is F. See how that works? 1, 2, 3, 4, B. 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's the first 2 lines. Use what fingering feels comfortable. What you're going to see is typically as the music gets lower, you're going to be using your thumb. As the music gets higher, you're using the pinky. Okay, so you really want to be looking at this as these notes and grabbing what feels comfortable. Okay, and in some cases you'll see the fingering written right out with your thumb being number 1, pinky being number 5. So you'll see the fingering right there. But you know, in this case, as where you're just reading, my most important thing on this particular exercise is to just get the notes smoothly, quickly. You know, the fingering will become an issue as you get into deeper playing. But right now, if you keep that fingering kind of rule in mind, where you're not pecking everything out with one finger, you know, having things function in a hand position like I just did here, and you'll see how I'm playing the notes with different designated fingers. It's great. Okay, let's take it from line 3. Here we go. Here's the A. 1, 2, it's third line to F. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Isn't that great? So you really can see how musical that is, and it's really great reading. Now, if you go down to the next section, it's what we have flats. Now you'll see here, a flat, when you're reading, is the very next note to the left. B flat is here. Here's the B, you go into the flat here. A flat, G flat, F flat would be the same as E. C flat is B. A flat does not have to be a C flat. It doesn't have to be a black note. It could be a white note. Okay, so same thing with the sharp. Sharp's going to go the right side. Okay, so but right now let's take a look at the flat exercise. This is really fun. Okay, so you're going to do B flat. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. See how that was? So those left-hand note chords, I'm just holding down. I held down that A flat 6. I just kept it down. That's just, all you're playing is what we call the root, just the letter. Okay? Now we're going to the sharps. Down the same way, C sharp is up to the very next note to the right. D sharp, E sharp is the same as the F note. F sharp, G sharp, A sharp, B sharp is here. Okay, next note up. Okay? This C sharp and D flat, 2 ways to say the same note. That's called enharmonic spelling. Okay, you can either call it a C sharp or a D flat. Okay, here we go to the sharps. G in the left hand. 1, 2, E, F sharp. We go into the A. E, C sharp, to the B, G sharp. See how everything's built around the middle C's right here. Okay, right here. There's middle C. To the D. 1, 2, A, F sharp, B, 2. sharp, C sharp, A, D sharp, F sharp. Okay, in closing, let me play that kind of quick for you so you can see it. 1, 2. So it sounds like music. Fabulous reading, okay? So it's going to get you reading lines and spaces, sharps and flats, and you really have to, as you're reading one note, you're going to be following with another note. So in beats 3 and 4, you are playing, you're reading 2 notes. You really got to stay on top of it. The big mistake people make is they look at an F, and they may play the wrong F. You know, they're playing this high one instead of the low one. Middle C is here. So always remember to have the notes working within their range. You see a note going high, play it higher, okay? Best of luck. Great exercise. It'll help you a lot.